Greetings, all, and welcome to Live Psychic Night. So, tonight I'm just going to answer your question and I'll explain how I think this is going to work. This is the inaugural Psychic Night. Yeah, I've done mediumship readings, obviously, but this is a whole different format. So, there may be a few kinks or bugs, so I'll warn you in advance. So, and once I'll give it a couple minutes, just, give people a chance to get their notifications, and then we'll dive on in. I'll explain how we do this. I'm even my glasses on. So, hello, Chris, and Talk Truth. I see some questions are already popping up. This is good. Hello, Jennifer, Anna, Karma. I think, yeah, there's Josh. Hi. And who else? Hello, Erin. Hello, Michael. Welcome. Hello, Roseanne. And anybody that I missed, hello, Truth Talk, welcome. We need to talk some truth. Yeah, we need that. Hello, Bobby. Hello, Millie. All right, people are finding me. So this is good. So how's everybody doing? We had that really powerful eclipse portal energy. I've been kind of drained all day, so we'll see how this goes. I did get a full 6 hours sleep last night. That's a full night's sleep for me. So I don't know what my problem is, but I'm drained. And well, I didn't sleep the night of the eclipse. I didn't sleep at all. Maybe nap, but some between 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. I fell out a couple times, and that was it. So anyway, we Brave New World with such people in it, right? Let's quote some Shakespeare as a lead-in for this whole event and everything. So, all right. So I'm seeing that you're putting some questions out for me already. Good. And hello, Sairam. Welcome from Who The Channel. Well, it's been a while. Yeah, this time my hair grew in nice. The last time I cut it, it grew in all weird, so I cut it short again. But I'm liking the way this is growing in. I'm still gonna cut it soon, but that's beside the point. But anyway, thank you. You're welcome. What do you need to know right now? All right. So I'm gonna go for about an hour, as long as I can, and you'll do one question. I'll try to keep each reading to 5 minutes, 7 at the most, less, to try to get as many people in. Now, I will prioritize super chats, but you don't have to donate to get a message. And there's two reasons why I'm going to do that. One, because they're easier to see, because they're bright colors, and two, because it's fair, right? But other than that, I'll just take the questions as they come in, and we'll take it from there. And questions could be specific. Could be, what do I need to know spiritually? If you want to ask a mediumship question, like who's with me, I may or may not pick up on anything, but you're welcome to ask that. It doesn't, with mediumship, it doesn't always work that way. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, thank you, Jake. Or it's Susan, right? Am I remembering your name right, Jake? Or if not, I apologize. Because I know and I didn't speak to you that long ago, but I deal with a lot of folks. Anyway, we may as well start right with you. Other psychic. So I'll post this up. Another psychic told me, actually from Orion, and your super chat is green, which is known to be connected with the Orion people. And I came here to help raise the vibration. You agree? Absolutely. So let me just see. They show me cats, so I don't know if you like cats also, but you may have some Lyran starseed here with you, and they're making me feel like you're here to build with your hands. I don't know what that means, whether that's like being a healer, whether it's a metaphor, whether it's like building a business, but I just feel like very hands-on, building with my hands, I want to say. Now they're showing me hammering things and stuff like that, and that you do have a special mission, and they're kind of saying that the first half of your life was really getting to understand the male energy. I don't know what that means. I'm just going to bring it through. If it hits, it hits. If not, oh well. But this is what I'm saying. Now, whether that's the divine male, whether that's like your relationships with men, you're starting with your dad and navigating that. But that kind of a thing I want to say. And because they're showing me now sailboats, like big ships, almost like the Mayflower, that kind of energy. That's like crossing oceans, basically. That's like what's the right word? Like being sort of a trailblazer, like exploring, going to new lands. And I feel like your guide, your Orion, what is it? How do you call them? Or Orionian guides. Guides from Orion, that'll suffice, and your spirit guides in general. They just make me feel like, and I say this all the time, so no surprise here. It's all about the heart. It's really about cultivating the frequency of the heart, because through the heart, you're able to ground their energies, and you're able to apply what your life path is, and working with these special star beings into a more of an earthly domain, basically. So keep working on the heart-brain coherence. But yeah, that's the feeling that I get, that you absolutely are onto something. Trust your intuition. And they keep showing me building things. So, maybe it's about building a YouTube channel, or building a company, like a conscious business, or a different platform, or a non-for-profit, or something along those lines. And let me take this off. And Jake says, yes, understand all. And thank you. And thanks for the super chat also. So let me go to the beginning, everybody. So we have Erin on next. Please, what is wrong with me? Why can't I connect with my higher self? I don't even know who I am. And this is Erin Andromeda. So we have the star seeds on today. Do I need month and day, birthday? They're saying no. That's too much time. Well, I know that this is kind of an obvious, wise-ass answer, but the spirit's just saying you're distracted. I have tarot cards. I've got other divination cards I can work with. We'll see with the different readings what I do. With the last one is a direct channeling. And I feel like your guides are kind of like, no, you're doing a good job. You're just not seeing the results. Not to judge yourself too much, or to be too result oriented in this work, because that's more of a human perspective. That's kind of the way that we're programmed. And I say we, me included. I'm not above it all by any means. And for some reason, they're showing me a banister. It's funny. They're showing me a stairway. They're showing me a banister. And they're showing having your hand on that banister, basically. So it's like, use your props, use your guides, use tools. You can use tarot or stuff like that. Speaking of which, let's pull a tarot card for Erin. But nothing's wrong with you. Your higher self is always with you. And I'm wondering, this may be part conjecture, part what's coming through, but I'm wondering if you're just so in your higher self that it just doesn't seem that different, to be honest. So definitely trust yourself. Let me pull a card, then we'll see if we can get to the next question. We've got the strength card. The strength card overcomes the lower nature. Like in my case, I used to have an addiction disorder. I'm pretty clear of that now. I mean, I still have an addictive personality, but I'm pretty clear of that now. So it's overcoming things like childhood abuse, if that applies, or traumas or dramas, overcoming the narrative that spirit guides aren't real, or the negative programming around psychic abilities or mediumship or stuff like that. Just trust in yourself. It'll click in for you, basically. So anyway, hopefully that makes sense. Let me hide this and see. I'm gonna go back and forth and to see if there's any feedback from that. All right. I should make. Who did I just read for Erin? I need to make a list. See, this is the first time, so I'm kind of navigating through, and then and Chris, you're next, since I see the super chat. And thank you, by the way, also, and Jake the cat. So that's right. Whose name isn't Jake. All right, and so what is Chris saying? Because I suppose be starting new job in a week or so. Will it? Oh, good for you. Yeah. Yeah, they're showing me my back. So I mean, good advice for everybody. Watch your back. They show me the number 6. I don't know if that's saying 6 days, 6 weeks, but the number 6 just popped up in my mind. I mean, it's a numerological quality. 6 is it can be about abundance, but it can also be it's yeah, it can be about abundance and loving your job. And I'm seeing the planet Saturn now, so there's something you're serious. There's like a karmic thing that comes up with the work situation or work scenario for you. But I feel like Spirit's saying, but there's something from the past work that you need to let go of now. And for me, letting go is embracing your feelings, not trying to suppress your feelings. That's not letting go. That's I think they call that spiritual bypassing now. But so feel what you're supposed to feel, and that's how you transcend. I want to pull a card, maybe 3 cards here, because I know this is an important expression. My guides are calling you brother, so maybe we're brothers from a different mother or something like that. They show me a sponge, so maybe you're very empathic and you're soaking up too much energy, and that's why it's been a little bit hard. Or in this new job, to try to be, what's the right word? Not shield is the wrong word, but in your power, basically, in your power. Oh, I get. There's another metaphor with the sponge. I think with this new job, you're going to be doing some cleanup work, basically. So you may be like cleaning up old systems or something from a predecessor or something along those lines. But we love the idea that there's a new job on the horizon in a week or so. I mean, what would 6 days be from now? Wednesday of next week or Tuesday? Ooh, good card here. 10 of Pentacles. I love it because that's a card of riches, of wealth. It's also very family, so I like the atmosphere. Ooh, the Ace of Pentacles. It should go fine, and the Emperor card. These are terrific cards. I mean, on one hand, the Emperor could be a boss, so you have to learn to navigate. Nothing's perfect, but it's also about self-mastery. Okay, and I get it. What Spirit is saying is it's okay to give yourself a little bit of a pat on the back because you manifested this. It's almost like being thrown lemons and making lemonade. I mean, you were on a live on Spirit Mind Family not that long ago, so I know a little bit about your story. So I may be filtering it a little bit through my mind, but this is the images that are coming up, and the cards are really, really good. So yeah, let's do this. Yeah. And those cards would say, yeah, it will go well. Anything else the Spirit wants to share? Just feel like there's just a female energy showering you with a lot of love, and and I feel like they're saying, we all take wrong turns in life. Not to be so darn hard on yourself. That's the message I'm getting. So anyway, I have no idea what that means, but hopefully you do. It's a family-owned company. No wonder we got no wonder we got that. Very good. It's a family-owned company, and clean up makes sense. Okay, so good. Yeah, that's good. As long as it's a nice family, but and Josh is saying, yeah, you got this, you got this. So let's go to unapologetically Bree. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get to everyone. If I miss anyone, I apologize. And while I'm in between, being that it's semi-free, I know you guys are giving me generous donations. I might as well let you guys know that we have a special core community for ascension and growth called Spirit Mind Family on Patreon. So if you like the channeling work, the ascension work that we do, the vibrational stuff, and that you're very much I don't want to say sincere because you're all sincere, but really locked in and really want to work with these ascension energies and ascend. That's the place for you. It's called Spirit, Mind, Family, and Patriot. All right, commercials done. Commercials over. What am I here to do? What do my guide want me to know? So let me see. What does? Well, firstly, given your name unapologetically, you know that you're not here to please others. Basically, you're here to be authentic, right? So, right. Let me keep the list because just so I don't repeat and all right. So let me just see if we can tune into her energies, or I think Bree would be her. So they just show me big hearts, like the Ace of Cups comes up, and strings like guitar, violin. I don't know if you're musical or a musician, but I feel like music is at least part of the equation, whether that's like through kirtans or chanting or things of that nature. They show me lines, they show me children, children's energy. So there may be a part of you that's a teacher or raising children. It doesn't necessarily mean being a mom. It could, but raising children or stuff of that nature. I'm going to do a few cards for you too. What else is really? They're showing like hitting the stop. Like I feel like I'm driving, hitting the brakes. I want to say so. Maybe that you need a break right now. Maybe you've been a little bit overamped, or you're dealing with a lot of craziness. Welcome to the world, right? But I feel like at the end of the day, you're here to really heal and to help people to heal. So I think that you're a healer, and I'm getting a big yes for that. So let's see. I'm going to do some cards, see if we can fine tune these impressions a little bit for you. All right. So let's see. This is for Bree. Okay. I got distracted for a second. But I'm back. Interesting. Some of the same card. So for you, I got I just pulled 3 cards. I mean, this is a card of healing. It's also a card of resting. Again that 10 of Pentacles shows up. And then the 7 of Swords, which is interesting because 7 Swords is of the mind, but 7 is very intuitive, Neptunian energy. So based on your question, I'd say that what was I going to say? That part of it is really about intuition. Let me. Here you. What am I here to do? What do my guides want me to know? Let me look at these cards for a second. Yeah, I feel like a lot with healing. I don't know if you've ever considered something like wild, like being like an end of life doula or something like that, or maybe a birth doula. But I'm kind of getting that kind of energy for some reason. I feel like they're saying that you're strong and compassionate. So there's that. And what else for Bree? What else does he want me to know? What else? I'm just hearing like stop trying too hard. That's a message they say a lot to me also. So don't get offended by that. I'm seeing babies. So you know what? I feel like what your guides are trying to say, if I'm interpreting it right, is that you've had like an awakening of sorts recently, like some kind of an ascension, realization, or something like that. And it's kind of like the image is more like being a toddler, like starting to walk and starting to navigate your world. So I feel like the idea is that this is really some of your own time right now to work with your heart, to work with your chakra systems, to work with your energetic fields, clean it up is what they're saying a little bit. I mean, this could be a message for most of us, I'm sure. And it's all going to come to you. And I feel like they're saying by August that you're going to be doing something very different, or some new ideas will come in. But but they show me like orchestras and stuff. So I think music's going to be a part of that. So I hope that resonates with you. And let me go back to the beginning for a second. So is that Bree? I'm losing track. We got Erin, right? Yeah, we did. Good evening, Josh. Hello. Yeah, this is a premiere, right? It's 45. That's about average for our live streams lately. Are you feeling better? We do too. Yeah, lots of healing for Chris the volunteer. Let's talk truth. Here we go. Here's a question from Canada. We love Canadians here. My question is, I only have one child, a son who's 36, and he's married, and his wife is 38. Love to have a grandchild. You see one or more. So this is for Talk Truth 333. So far, nothing yet, but it'll come. What do you have to say about grandchildren? I question whether this couple, I don't want to say doesn't want children, but I'm wondering if they're kind of tossing it around a little bit. I feel like to say that they're open to it and stuff like that. I'm going to pull a card or two. Now, it's interesting. As soon as I said that, I saw the Six of Cups in my mind, which is a card that has two children. So I feel like this couple can potentially still have two children. By the way, 38 is nothing in today's world. I mean, all women are different. So obviously it depends on their cycles and all that good stuff. But she should be, good for at least another 5, if not 8 to 10 years of childbearing. So this would be for Talk Truth. Will there be a grandchild? Spirit may not even know that. They show me a dog. How about a grand dog? I mean, I don't know why they show me a dog. Maybe they're going to get a puppy. All right. So the cards are, I have to be honest, are not definitive for me. It's the Nine of Wands reversed. The Hierophant, which would be a yes, but not immediately. And the Moon card reversed. Again, it kind of makes me feel like there's some worries or concerns about having children. Maybe your son's wife. In my heart, I feel like it's going to happen, but it may still be 2 or 3 years down the road. Like she might be 40, 41 at the time. And again, they popped the Six of Cups. I know they not having 6 children, but 2 wouldn't be out of the question, I want to say. So that's what I get for that question. It's choice centered. There was a time maybe back in the 50s and 60s that good psychics could tell you how many kids you're going to have. That's before like Planned Parenthood and all that good stuff. But and as I'm talking, I feel like they're tossing it around. So don't give up hope. I just don't feel like it's immediate. I think that's what they're trying to tell me. Anyhow, I'm going to go back here. So I have another super chat. Okay. Oh yeah, please don't forget to smash that like button. That'd be awesome. So that was I forgot who I just was with. Okay, I'm not writing things down. As I said, I'm gonna get this down a little bit better. To go. Will my son get accepted to Penn State Medical School for 2026? I'm gonna pull a card on that. Yeah, okay, now I'm going to yes. I'm just trying a little body dousing now. Well, I'm gonna pull a few cards. I mean, my general feeling is positive. I understand it's pretty competitive, but your son's doing the work from what I understand. So let's see. And I'll see what comes up, and I wouldn't necessarily frame this as yes or no, especially if it doesn't come up as a yes. So if that happened, I'll explain what that means. So anyhow, what about Miley son. So helps reverse. Let me hold a couple more cards. Family card. All right. And then that card. This would be a yes to me. I don't know if something's been delayed. If that's why the. Oh, you know what it is? I think what they're trying to say is that your son has recently gotten very serious about this, and that's going to help. It's all energetic, so it may not be so much of a yes or no, but rather like how to frame your own energetic fields to make this happen. But the cards seem to be saying yes. If I get the 10 of Cups, then the 4 of Wands, that's a yes for me. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna be optimistic and say that Spirit is saying yes. And for your son, throw in a little bit of good old fashioned manifestation work, mental rehearsal, Joe Dispenza 101 kind of stuff. It's like he should be feeling grateful for the medical school for his first choice that's happening. I think if I'm getting this right, his original first choice may not have panned out or may not be his first choice anymore, but I think where he's going is going to be good. And the mental rehearsal part is just like feeling grateful and just seeing him in classes, seeing the acceptance letter, feeling grateful for it, doing that every day. I think it'll work out for him. So thank you for that. And I know your son will make an excellent medical practitioner, stuff like that. Or he is on the waiting list. Is that what it is? All right. If that 7 of that more nebulous card, the first one that came up, is a waiting list energy, that's possible. But I think by April, that was the 4 energy. I think he'll get some good news. All right. And on the waiting list. It was spot on. All right. I don't know. Millie say that was pretty spot on. I'm not sure spot on with what, but okay. We had another super chat, right? Where did that go? Wait. Here we go. $4.99. Oh, thanks, Betsy. Do you have a question? If not, well, thank you anyway. All right. So let's see. Where else are we? Let's see. So Magpie. I'm not even looking, trying to answer the question, but what comes to me is just be natural, just be yourself. The ability is there, and for whatever reason, show me a grand piano. I mean, maybe one of your relatives was a pianist or had that, but as a message, it's all about like tones, like frequencies, right? Certain energetic frequencies create different effects in our lives. So understanding the principles of harmonics, how energy works, and expanding through your own heart, it's going to really help with that. And you're saying, sometimes an accident will channel any advice. So, for people, yeah, it's good. You're already doing it, they're saying. So keep up the good work. Any advice? I don't know if anybody named with the initials JT. Usually that's John Thomas, but some reason those initials popped up in my mind. Doesn't really answer your question. But yeah, the channeling will come. They show me my hands. Maybe learn or practice more Reiki. That tends to open up the intuition more also. But I feel like your guides are saying, you've got this. There may be a K name connected. Because hearing like Kevin popped up in my mind. And I'm not going to flip over to mediumship because I may not be able to come back into psychic work. But for some reason, that popped up in my head. Yeah, ground center, work with heart coherence, my usual advice. Trust yourself, and no, you don't have to. Okay, they say you don't really have to worry about concerns about negative spirits or opening up and being vulnerable. So I think that you naturally have a good system of self shielding, when necessary. And finally, I'm seeing a big conch shell, so I'm wondering what that means. Maybe it's maybe you're going to be going to the Caribbean soon. But anyway, hopefully that helps. So Roberta, let's see, what does my future hold? So let me see, Roberta. My future hold. What does Roberta's future hold? Ever another relationship? Roberta, so they're saying not to block it. So what does that mean? Relationship stuff. Humans are so good at subconsciously blocking things, right? So to me, it feels like what Spirit is saying is that a certain amount of releasing, clearing, and working with the sacral chakra. They're specifically showing me the lower abdomen. That's the sacral. That's more the emotional and creative. And you can do that through breath work, through toning, through solfeggio frequencies. There's through yoga practices. There's a lot of ways of doing that, but I think that's going to clear. Because sometimes when there's things going on in the sacral chakra, there's some level of abuse or sexual misconduct or placement or things of that nature. I'm not saying that's necessarily the case. This is just what they're showing me. Like I'm seeing the effect, not necessarily the cause, if that makes sense. But I'm gonna pull a card for you also. But what else? She doesn't really ask me, generally what her future holds. So I'm gonna ask Spirit just to give me a few things, maybe through the cards about that. So, the Three of Swords. So basically, heal a past breakup or disappointment. That's kind of what I was saying, but it's interesting that it comes out in the card. Those three can be expansion and growth also. So through the clearing and through experiencing any heartache, you had the opportunity to grow and expand, and thereby being more attractive. Let's see if it's a timing card or if it's more of an advice. Ten of Swords, more of it, more relating to past experiences. And then the King of Pentacles. That would be a yes for another relationship. I mean, usually that's a male figure, but if your attractions to women, it could be a female, but I think it's a male. And as a Pentacles would be a grounded person. So I feel like in 1 to 2 years, I mean, not necessarily waiting that long for a relationship. And I know that's kind of a broad timing, but I feel like things start to fall in place. They're saying even by the summer, and it feels like influence of an ex, whether that's your own emotional connection or the person themselves, really lessens by the summer. And it just feels like there's new friends and a new group and an exciting trip that comes up that may be with 2 or 3 friends. At least that's what pops up in my mind, or family members. That's going to be good. And the other interesting thing is they show me Native American, so perhaps you have some connection with Native American energy, or that would be something to learn a little bit more about. A lot of us that are spiritual in the Americas have Native guides, which would be obvious, right? So anyway, all good stuff. But first, it seems like there's a process of disappointment, endings, or clearings, but you'll get through that. And the King of Pentacles, that could be financial blessings also. That's the pride for continuing to do the work, even if it's emotional work that's difficult. So anyway, I'm going to go back down in the chat to see if anybody is validating anything. So we have Gina on Super Chat. We have MewsicHour. My super chats are supposed to come right up. I wonder, starred. Actually, okay, so the super chats come up on another function. All right, so Betsy, no question. So let's go with all right, so we got Jake, we got Chris, we got Miley, we got Betsy. All right, so this one would be next. You guys want me to know about what I'm here to do? I love questions like that. Spiritual questions. And we're gonna, for you, and thanks for this donation, by the way. For you, we've got what's this deck called again? It's Kyle Gray's 22 Archangel Oracle deck or something like that. So what does guys want her to know? And I'll see what comes up in my mind also. So they show me the number 5. You know, being that I studied some numerology also, 5 is often about context, communication. One thing I would say for you is that you're not supposed to do is to stay small in life. And this fire horse energy is bringing a lot of people out that have ideas, that have something to share, but may have held themselves back. So getting on that fire horse, that's empowerment and freedom. So I think you may be doing some communicating or some public work of some kind or another. So let's see what else. I need the right card. This is it. This is the one that wants to come out. And we got Raphael. So apparently you're also a healer. That's why I love divination cards. They can fill in the gaps for me. Clarity of vision. Be willing to see things differently to initiate healing and experience wholeness. So this is what your angels want you to know. And what else for you want to know? So they're showing, it's funny because I'm asking for a message. They're showing me like a wristwatch and pointing to the wristwatch. So that means it's time. It's like you've done whatever training or background work, whatever direction you want to go in, and then it's time to move into the next level or the next phase. Being that they're showing me an interesting image that would represent things that hold us back in life. I feel like it's really time to cut some ties, sever some ties with negative people or things of the past that may be weighing on you, basically. Also, and I'm going to do a card as well, a tarot card. What else? Her guides want her to know. I've got a different deck. I'll say that for the next one. Yes, show me an hourglass, and in several different ways. It's time for your next move, basically. You don't know exactly what that is, but they're also showing me like healthy food, healthy shakes. So maybe it's spiritual way of saying that that it's time to get healthier. I mean, I'm seeing smoothies, but it could be metaphoric. Then they're showing me the number 11. So 11, even it's very spiritual. 11 is the portal between the two pillars. That's what it looks like. But in the Chaldean numerology, it's also the lion's muzzle and clenched fist. So when I see that, it's really about overcoming the lower, whatever that is. Sometimes it's our own thought processes. Sometimes, like I was saying earlier, in my case, it'd be more addictive, issues and that kind of a thing. And I feel like it's not addictive, it's just hanging on, which is a very human trait, basically. So I feel like they want you just to be aware of that. And sometimes when we find ourselves worrying or thinking too much about the past, the idea is not to cut off your emotion, but rather step back and observe them and be aware of them, and then you transcend it that way. Otherwise, it's just suppression. It doesn't work to try to stop feeling however you're feeling, but rather to be honest about it and then step back and be more the observer of it. Then you start to our emotion, our negative emotions all have a story for us. And if we don't try to polarize it or separate from it, but rather we allow ourselves to integrate it, then that message becomes clear, and then we learn the lesson, and then we start to feel differently, whatever that is or whatever that means. So and the Hermit card, I think that you're a teacher, and that as you start to come more into your power, I think that you're going to be able to be able to teach people, whatever that means for you, and also that you're starting to recognize more of your guides, and there may be one that's very connected to religions like Judaism or Christianity. I mean, maybe even Jesus or Yeshua, but I feel like you have some very wise energies and guides that are working with you at this time. So all right, so I think we're good. Let me just see if there's any feedback, and I'm going to go to the next one. And she's saying a lot of, so thank you so much. A lot of this resonates. The idea of community makes me giggle because I am. All the more reason, yeah, all the more reason, because that's going to help you to feel comfortable. You don't have to be perfect. That's the thing. I like this is a great elaboration on a message they've been trying to give me, but I wasn't fully getting. I've got time. The hermit so many times. Sometimes the hermit's about isolation, which is fine. Maybe you need to pull back a little bit and really get to know yourself on the next level too. So very good. So let's see what else. I'm gonna obviously at least get through all of my super. I think there's just two more, right? We got Miley. So Gina, thank you so much. Was there? Oh, there's no message. There's just a donation. Thank you. This is the one I just did, right? I think so. If not, let me know. Okay, thank you, Do Breath. So let me thank you so much for that. So let me go back to live. You're welcome. Yeah, often that's the case. Yeah, very good. All right. So where else? Oh, where did Betsy post her question? Let me get to that. Here we go. So I do have a question. So here it is. Sorry, I couldn't figure out how to attach it to the super chat. It's right above. All right. So I still have to find your question. I don't see it. I don't see your question. Yeah, no, I know. I'm not in the super chats, Karma, but I'm not finding the question in the regular chat either. Which makes it hard. I don't see it. They do have a question. Yeah, I see this. This is what I have. I do have a question. Sorry, I couldn't figure out how to attach it to the super chat. It's right above, but it's not right above on my screen. Here's the super chat. So that's right above. And then nothing above that. Yeah, there's nothing there. So please type it again for me then. In the meantime, all right. So I know for next time to ask people to put their question right with the super chat. So Gina, my question was, will my daughter finally meet somebody, and will she get her teaching degree? I should next time I'll also add to, if you ask about somebody else, that names help also. That's it. Gina Castillo. My daughter finally meets someone. All right. Teaching degree, they're saying slow and steady wins the race. Honey, they also show me the name John or J-O name. Perhaps Spirit is trying to say somebody that your daughter will meet. that would be right for her. I could be a little bit off on the name, but not not the initial or what it sounds like. So that just popped up in my mind, unless that's a spirit energy that's coming. I know, but it's a common name. So sometimes the common names can be more tricky to figure out where it fits. So let me just see if we can if we can fine tune this. So for Gina, I should pull cards. That'll help me to link with her energy more. Let me do that. Yeah, I mean, my general feeling with the teaching degree, looks like she's gotten serious about it. So I don't know if she had a setback or something happened that kind of delayed her a little bit, but let me pull a card on that. All right. This is for Gina Castillo's daughter. Right. Okay. Got me right to a card. I'll do three. About meeting someone, teaching degree. Yeah, slow and steady wins the race when I see the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. All right, this is speaking to me now. I mean, the cards that came up are the Knight of Pentacles reversed, the Moon card reversed, the Five of Wands or Rods reversed, basically. It's speaking to me in a way that it shows, what's the right words? Really like something about emotional clearing for your daughter. I think she's very, what's the right word? Empathic, very sensitive, I want to say. I feel like she's really, it almost feels like, and this could be a couple of years ago, came through a setback and is getting her strength back now. And I feel like they're saying it may be towards the summer into the early autumn, but she will meet somebody. Timing can change one way or another. And somebody who may be more musically inclined, or maybe that she is, or that might be a level of teaching that she might enjoy, or something along those lines. But that's basically what I feel about your daughter. She's strong and tough, right? But she's very, but I feel a lot of sensitivity. Anything else about that? Yeah, I feel like she could use some energy clearing. She may have been dealing with some negative people or situations recently. And sometimes this card here, the Five of Wands, will come up when there's a lot of competitiveness. So, she's got to, with getting her teaching degree, it may be a matter of her just figuring out ways that she stands above whatever the competition is, if that's the right word. So hopefully that makes sense. I did see Betsy's questions. Let me find that also. So where did that go? Here we go. So I know he posted he posted 2 super chats. Wow. That I take the job in Saratoga. I think there's something better coming. I heard no. I mean, I'm gonna pull a card on that to qualify that. Even though on my end it looks like it came through. You go back to the stars. So, God, I hope you didn't spend too much money on that. All right, we got that one. Nothing. All right. Let me go back here and see if we go back to your question. Where did Betsy's question go? Oh, so about the job in Saratoga. Okay. And that's why I wanted to do cards. It could come down to a choice of 2 because the number 2 popped up in my mind. I'm seeing angels, so you're being divinely guided. So we know that. Being divinely guided. This card. Four of Cups, yeah. There could be another one. Four of Cups to me is a little bit lukewarm. I mean, I think it's a nice job. I think it's a good opportunity. It's not saying not to take it, but I'll put it this way. There may be something else that comes up, so be open and keep looking. Something may check more of the boxes. Yeah, I think that's a yes for that. So that's kind of what I get for that. Okay. So thanks, Karma, for trying to help out here. So why, what's going on? Her question's coming up repeatedly. Why am I not seeing it? This is happy Mercury retrograde, right? So let me see. Let me keep asking. Should I take the job that headhunted me in Saratoga? I feel like keep looking. Yeah. All right, here we go. Should I take the job? I mean, I don't know why my questions are not coming up. All right, so it's now it's coming up. Although my screen just jumped. All right. Let me go back to the start. Gina. Here we go. So we're gonna any brothers? Sean Ray. What does Sean Ray have to say for Felicia? Let me see. See, I feel like there's an older gentleman with me right now. I mean, that may be a father energy that's here also. And they show me somebody with short hair or balding hair in the top and a mustache or a little bit of facial hair. Now, as I talk about it, I don't know if your brother was a bit of a jokester, but I feel like funny energy around that. I feel like there's somebody that would play a few tricks, I want to say also. In other words, things might appear, disappear, stuff like that. And she's showing me a comb and combing hair. So maybe it's a way of being funny and not worrying about it if there's been a little bit of hair loss or something like that. Then the letters AK pop up in my mind. Perhaps you're gonna take a trip to Alaska, or maybe there is a connection to Alaska that may be important for you or around you. So I feel like he does want you to know that he's around. I don't know if he's literally your younger brother. He feels young to me, though, I want to say. And something with a 53, that could be an age that he would be now, or age that he passed, or your age, or 53 could mean something different. But that number popped up in my mind. It could be 58 because that all of a sudden that popped up in my mind also. But he's laughing. I want to say he's with you, and something about sport or sports. I don't know if that relates to the horses or something else, or to be a good sport. I want to say you are a good sport. Also, and he showed me like wrapping things. Oh God, it's funny. It's like wrapping things. I don't know if your birthday's around now or what, but it's like I'm wrapping something, and it looks like almost like a wand that has like a round edge on it, and I think maybe it's just like a symbol of like that you're I got it. I feel like he's saying that you're opening up, you're getting messages on your own from your loved ones now also, and that he comes through very often, and my ears are like buzzing. And I don't know if you smoke or who smokes, but I get this image of like taking a cigarette, putting it on the ground and stamping out with my heel, basically. Maybe he smoked and quit, but if that's relevant and you understand that, great. So let me just see if I know there's a little delay, but I want to see if any of that resonates. Go down to the end. Oh, I did answer it. Okay. He's saying yes, he's my middle, but yes, he would be that now. Yeah, 53. I guess you're saying or around then anyway. Okay. All right. So something. Yeah. Backing up to Betsy. Something's coming. Just maybe they're saying not to take the first one. So let's see. I don't know if Dude Breath left any question. I didn't see it, or Kath. So let me look on the main chat for that. Then I'll get to a couple of others. and you understand what he means. Okay, that's all I care about. I don't need to know. As long as you understand that, that's what matters. So do breath, or what's the other one? JT Spirit Man. I met him at Lilydale years ago. He did a rocking demonstration of mediumship. This had to have been at least 10 years ago. I mean, he looks so different now, maybe even 15 years ago. He did a great job. And every now and then I catch his forecast. I just have a thing that maybe I'm too impressionable, but I don't want to listen to what other psychics are saying until I've done mine. And then I might listen to him. And you know what? He and I agree very often, which is good. All right. Let me go back to the start. I just want to see do breath or Cathal. Yeah, if either of you had a question that I didn't see, please chat it again. So you get the smoking reference. Okay. Oh, that's very cool. Yeah. Okay, so Katz is saying that I like guidance for the current situation that's consuming my life at the moment, please. Firstly, not your fault. So that's the first thing that comes in. Secondly, to show me a stairway. So this is an opportunity to rise above things. And I feel like Spirit's saying, whatever the situation is, if you use your strategy, you're going to come out of it smelling like a rose. Those are the words that they came in. And now so you may be getting a spirit connection. Now they show me Art Carney. You know, he's I mean, I think he's even beyond my generation. I'm 67, but let me pull a couple of cards and let's see if we can give you a little bit more advice on that. You know, sometimes you got to be in it to transcend it. You know, I just feel like they're saying not no avoidance here. Deal with whatever you need to deal with, but they show me a key, so there's a way out of it. Sometimes when the spirit shows me a key, it could be about a housing situation or that you're going to buy or move within the next year or so. But it opens doors, right? That's the metaphor of the key. It opens doors and everything. By the way, what did he say about Art Carney was faster of comedian. He was good, right? He was good, yeah. This is Kathy, right? Still okay. Right, let me just pull a couple of cards and let me see. We've been on almost an hour. I'm gonna try to get to a few more, especially the ones that sent the super chats. But this is for Kathy. More guidance for the current situation, consuming her life. Yeah, when I see this card reverse, that means you're getting out of it. It's very binding. That's what it says. Very limiting. It could be financial for what's being shown here. But again, another blindfolded card, but it's reversed. I think that's more of a timing, 2 to 3 months. Maybe there's a financial situation. Maybe there's an old partnership situation. Though that's not coming directly. So that's more conjecture. So that may or may not be accurate. But I think the other things will be accurate about that. And I feel like if it's more financial or work related, I feel like it's going to get better by the end of the year. But I think in 2 to 3 months, the current situation is consuming your life will lessen. And again, I think it's already happening. To be honest, that's sort of the feeling that I get. Yeah, funny. I'm looking at this card. I feel like somebody's saying, "Well, keep praying. Your prayers do get answered, basically." And again, they're reiterating, not your fault. But something that has to be dealt with, whatever that specific situation is. So very financially burdensome. I think that's why this card, the Ace of Pentacles reverse, came in. So I think there's still a little bit more expenditure, but you're gonna get out of it, and I think it's gonna come back. And again, the key, I think that meant something for you also. Anyway, and Yes, going through court. All right. That I was wondering about that. I mean, it's certainly reflected. Okay. All right. So who have I missed that did the super chat? Somebody said that they tried to send it twice. So who was that? Let me go back in the chat. Yeah. I know as these get more popular, this is going to be really hard to do. So anyway, Anthony Michelle Owens. Hmm. Yeah, somebody talked about sent super chat sent to is there okay from your deceased father, Michelle Owens. Okay, and then below Michelle Owens reiterated, I think. Where's Michelle Owens again? Deceased father and deceased brother. Well, I have two brothers and a father up there also. My name's C. My brother. This would either be the name Michael because that's my older brother's name that passed, or the name Michael, or this is an older brother. But I do feel like there's a father. Or I'll put it this way, and I'll just say what I'm getting. I'm feeling my chest. So whoever with me probably had a breathing problem. It feels like smoking or smoking related. Uh, they show me the number 2. They show me the 2 going apart. So maybe there's some kind of a separation that's happening, but a good one, I want to say. The image of a stagecoach comes in, and then another image that shows that you're a trailblazer. You're going to be leading the way. I want to say also. I don't know if you could take a reference to somebody that either took their own life or did something that ultimately led to their passing. But that comes up in my mind also, and they show me the number 7. So I could reference July being important, the 7th day of a month, or 7 years ago. But I feel like the father energy is talking about I've got your back, basically, and that we're good now. I want to say also at peace, I want to say as well. And I get the image of a beautiful ice cream sundae with a little cherry on the top and whipped cream. So maybe it's going back to some childhood memory. There's something about, I was going to say 2 children, but then 3 popped in. It could be 2 children are living and one's on the other side, but that could be for you or your parents. But I feel like to say that we're fine, and that you're going through a lot of change and transition right now, but it's all good, I want to say. Let me see. I'm going to go back to the bottom. No. Oh, I thought you said deceased brother. Am I seeing the wrong thing? Yeah. Is there anything from my deceased brother, please? I think you meant father, right? Oh, mother, not brother, mother. Okay. Deceased mother. Okay. I was looking for a brother figure for you. And I do feel like there's a younger gentleman that's with me. So I don't know if you're, if you have living siblings, I want to say, but so deceased mother. Okay, father and mother. So let me see. Cat. I don't know if somebody has a name like Catherine, Katie, something like that. Cat. Somebody threw a football at me also, so I don't know if any of your loved ones like football or anything like that. And then I'm seeing burgers, which is a favorite food of a lot of people. I think there's an S name connection, I want to say also. But let me ask if they're here. What messages do we have for Michelle? I feel like they're talking about you being nonconformist at this time, like this feeling like when everyone's going left, you'll be going right. So follow your own intuition about things also. Um, and somebody, with the chest or the breathing, I want to say, they show me like a crack in the mirror. I mean, I don't know if you've been separating from like any family members, or if you're not connected to anybody in the family now, like a sibling or someone like that, and they show me the number 6 around that, or if there's been a separation. a partner, but I feel like they're aware of that and they're supporting you know, if that makes any sense. I mean, I may be misinterpreting the symbols, but I feel like they're talking about a lot of growth and that they're still with you. And I don't know if there's actually a grave site that you visited recently. But all of a sudden I'm seeing like in the ground and flowers. I want to say, I think there's a name like Kathy, and if that's not for you, I may be opening too much mediumship, and somebody's Kathy may be coming through. But in any regards, hopefully that's making sense. We called him Spanky, and I miss him dearly. He had a heart attack. So that's your dad. I'm willing to bet that he had some breathing issues ahead of time. And Michael, you're leaving. Next time I'll put you at the top of the list. Sorry that I missed your question tonight, but we'll put you at the top of the list next time. So I'll probably do this sometime in earlier March again, because this is apparently a success. And will I have an additional communication with my former boss, George, while I living my current life? I don't know if you're asking about that from the other side or in the living, although I'm hearing yes. So I don't know if that's a friendly influence for you, but I'm hearing yes to that. And thanks, for the additional super chat. You didn't have to, but thank you for that. And everything. I'm starting to burn out now. All right. I know it's getting hard. All right. Anything else? What? Yeah. Joke. My AR cords fell down the drain's head afternoon. I was so sad because I couldn't bat about it. Then yesterday it appeared in my sink. Maybe that's what he's trying to show me. What was I talking about? AR cords. Not sure exactly what AR means. You showed me it looked more like a wand that had like a crystal and then a round thing. But anyway, I could be mistaking that. Spanky, that would be the S reference. I get it. I get what why you shared that. Yeah, he feels like he's funny. So you see, your mom was a smoker. Yeah, she came through. You're most welcome. Yeah. Oh, AK's Arkansas. Oh, of course, Arkansas. Duh. Very, very good. So who else did I miss from the super chat? I think we got all of them, right? I think we got all of them. So I'll pick one or two more from random. I'm gonna say, to be fair, Lisa, did we get to you, Lisa Marie? Because you're a starseed, I know that you are. We're just gonna pull a starseed oracle card for you. And what else do we have? See, they're showing like an image of like being on the rooftops and shouting out. So I think this is, one of their messages to not to speak up, but to let your voice be heard. That you have a lot to share, I want to say, and that you're a healer also, I believe, from what I'm being shown, and also a medium, and you get psychic smells, right? Like when your loved ones are around, you might smell them, right? At least that's what Spirit is telling me. So definitely trust that, I want to say. And for you, we the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk. Birth is a portal. I wonder if this is about like being like a doula or something like that, or oh, you know what it is? It's about you having a rebirth now. It's like, you've done a lot of the heavy lifting already. I feel like you've been through a lot of stress with people, with family. Things are settling down now, if I'm getting the information correctly. And now it's the time to really have your rebirth and everything. I don't know if you've been grieving lately or if you've just been very emotional, but they show sobbing. I'll be honest with what they're showing me. I mean, it could mean something else, but I know what that means. That's cleansing, because that's not just crying. That's like the tears are flowing. So this is your time to cleanse. We're all coming to this new vibration. The eclipse portal, the year of the horse, empowerment and freedom. So I feel like they're helping you to do whatever last bit of clearing that needs to be done so you can rise in your power now, basically. And truth talk is saying, right about my son and his wife. He wants kids. Okay. That was a reading that I did already. You're most welcome. Thank you. And you're asking if if your son is on. I don't feel like he's on a waiting list actually. When I see that, I didn't pick up on it earlier for you. If you're still on, no, I don't think he is. I think he'll get accepted outright when he's ready. Anything. I will be losing your job. Do you want to lose your job? I don't know. I'm starting to get a little bit burned out, but we're going to do more of these. I can't get to everybody in one night. I apologize for those. For those that I wasn't able to get to tonight. But let's just see. My job. I mean, maybe, but to me, this card that came out also is about changes, and it's about you loving your job more than maybe you do. I'm wondering if this is saying that somebody around you is losing their job, but not necessarily you. I want to say, and I also feel like to be on top of anything like gossip or you're spreading bad rumors or stuff like that. Maybe against you or somebody around you. I want to say. So anyway, that's kind of what I get with that. Okay, losing her job. Yeah, they say only if you want to. So yeah, I think, but I do feel like the energy is moving in the direction of finding another job. But that might just be a better job if that makes sense. So anyway, good night, Millie. Thanks for being here. All right. Let's see, one more. Who's the one more? Yvonne, please come in. Is Yvonne here? Thanks for sharing that for Betsy. Very good. Oh, Michael left. All right, now I see his question. He left, though. Darn it. All right, I told him he's first next time. Michael is definitely, he's an original community member here. Yeah. Anything from your daughter? So I take it that your daughter on the other side. I'm seeing a baby, actually. I don't know if your daughter was very little when she passed, or if you're asking about living, it could be that she's having a baby. I don't know, but that's what I get when I look at this question. The image of a baby it looks like a baby girl. Lost his ring. It might be somebody's trying to hide it. I feel like with your ring, that's a yes. I think you'll find your ring. Let me see what else. All right, so I know what to do next time, how to tighten this up a little bit. Like I said, I've had obviously I've had a lot of questions, and I haven't done this before, so now I understand the love living here in the me too. I have a big decision to make. This will be my last one of the night. Again, apologies for people that I wasn't able to get to, but thanks for being here and supporting this work. Incidentally, that I have a new video of psychic forecasts about the economy that you might enjoy if you haven't seen that already. So I have a big decision. I'm feeling it is something I should do. I don't know if this means anything, but I feel like more going to a community kind of a thing. I mean, I don't know if there's any chance that you may join some community or do things that are more outdoorsy, with a move or stuff like that. Um, but that could involve a move, I want to say. So let me just pull a few cards, and then I've got to go because for a couple of reasons. One, I'm going to run out of battery power in a minute, and two, I'm pretty toasted. So anyway, for Angel Agalindo, he has a big something I should do. Just wondering any insights. Yeah, this might involve a move, so that would be a yes. Again, another night. So this is moving, or it could be changes in relationship also. And there's a lot of letting go. There's a lot of healing, and maybe one of the messages is doing like a healing retreat or something like that, or developing more as a healer. But a lot of healing, a lot of growth, a lot of letting go. But I feel like you're finding more of a sense of community wherever you're going, basically. So, anyways. See if that makes any sense, if that comes back. Yeah, let's do a good idea. Let's do a final message from the horse energy, because I too love horses. I'm not as connected as Felicia, but I love them. All right, so let me just clear my mind a second. It's funny, they show me horses eating right now, so I feel like they're kind of saying something to the effect that we are, what we eat, basically, right? But that's not just what we consume, physically. It's what we consume spiritually, basically. That we're here to guide you, not just, like physical horseback riding, but no, we're here to guide you, because we're connected to centaurs, we're connected to the unicorn energy, we're even connected to the dragon energy. And it is the year of the fire horse, basically. This is the time, and this is a message I've been getting a lot anyway, so it's a repeat, but it's not time to just stay small and to ponder things and to go within. That's over. Whatever shadow integration work needs to be done, do it now in the next 2 or 3 months. You can take advantage of this opportunity, of this ascension and growth, and that we are here to guide you on your journey through the myriad of experiences in your physical life, but also in connecting more with your spirit and connecting more with your higher self. So taking let's show me a card. What is it? The Seven of Hearts. Seven of Hearts, 7 chakras. So that could be heart brain coherence. So keep working with the heart, and yeah, the horses are about power and empowerment and freedom. So anyway, with that, my brain just kind of went, buzzed out a little bit. Burn it off and ride into the wind. Yes, exactly. Black fire. I'm emotional. Yeah. Or what's that song? Wildfire. All right, guys. Thanks so much for being here. And yeah, as I was saying earlier on, if anybody wants to join our inner community, do some deeper ascension work, that's Spirit Mind Family on Patreon. And I think next Sunday at 11 a.m. for Tarot Times, my next live stream. So anyway, I got to get going. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for being part of it. And beautiful. Oh, Michael, you are still here. All right. I thought the boogied. I'm gonna get you first next time, because I don't want to give you a half-ass message, which is all I can do right now. So I'll remember next time you're first up, whether or not you do a super chat. You're first up. Just your support means everything to me. The donations are grist for the mill, so to speak. But your support and you being here, that's what matters, and being part of this community. And I thank each and every one of you. This is one of my ways of giving back. So we'll do this again in a few weeks. So thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night. I love you. Many blessings. and see you next time.